All right, welcome to the Goldsboro Municipal Golf Course. We have a couple of famous people with us here today who help run the golf course. We are missing one right now, but he's off on the side over there trying to help us out, Rick Atkins and Tim Rose. And of course, if you see him smile every now and then, that's because Jody's over there making faces at us. But that's what you do on the golf course, especially one with as much history as this one. And I got to tell you, it is a phenomenal course that has a long history. And Rick, let's start off with you, because maybe you can tell us about when it started and how it came to be.
Actually, the course was built as a WPA project in the early 40s and ran for a while by someone else other than Mr. Goodrich. And Mr. Goodrich took it in the early 50s and kept it for 50 years and done a very good job with it and built a very good reputation and really put Goldsboro golf course on the map.
Now let's talk a little bit, because you've worked at a few golf courses, and
yes, I have.
And Mr. Rose here, who has a famous name as far as golf goes. Let's talk. I do want to talk about history, but since we're here at the golf course, tell us about playing this course.
Well, this is a unique course in itself. It's not a 7,500 yard beater course. It's a little 6,300 yard in the trees with traps, with water. Requires shot placement, game management. You can score on the course and you cannot score on the course. It just if you get a little on the greedy side, you better be accurate. So it's a very fun course to play, very walkable. Even kids, seniors walk it. Don't have many hills, and very well designed by Mr. LaFoy.
Yeah. Now, Tim, tell us about it's John LaFoy. Is that right?
John LaFoy was one that came in when the city took the golf course back and redesigned it.
Now, when did they take the golf course back?
Back in 1998. They didn't renew the lease, I guess, with the Goldsboro Golf Club, and they took the lease back from it and decided to use the golf course to their advantage, which is to spray wastewater. It helps out with the instead of dumping the water into the river, we use wastewater here at the golf course.
But it makes for a beautiful course now, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. It's a win-win all the way around. We're helping the environment, we're helping our grass grow, and it saves money.
And the city's using its resources in probably the best way that you can.
Yes. Yep.
Now, looking at this course and seeing some pictures of when it started, and we're gonna show the folks at home when this started. It is a beautiful course because it has time to mature, and you guys take an excellent care of it. But let's go back a little bit in time, and because the course, even though the layout is very similar, there have been a few changes, haven't there?
Very much so. It's 50 years ago there were no trees on the no trees on the golf course, and as years gone by, they planted trees, and trees dropped seeds, and we had seedlings, and they've grown, and now we have plenty of trees. But it's changed a lot with the renovations. We've got much bigger greens now. We've got much deeper and bigger bunkers. We've got 419 Bermuda grass fairways, which in the old days it was common Bermuda. It's a tighter strand of the 419, and we've got bent grass greens.
It is absolutely beautiful, especially in the spring and summer. It's just really
when it greens up, it's really a pretty little golf course. It really is.
Now let's go back to 98 when the city took over. They came in, and we got a few pictures of construction or renovation of this. And can Rick, can you help talk us through what that process, how long it took?
Well, the process actually took close to 2 years. What they do is they come in and they reshape the golf course. They put a drainage system in, and from that point you go to construction of fairways and greens. The greens were constructed a year and planted a year before it was opened. So the greens actually got a season until play started on them, which the first play was the Clarence Rose Golfing for Kids tournament. The whole process takes quite a while, and especially on your reshaping. They redug our ponds. We had a main drainage ditch that come through. We covered a lot of that ditch to make it a play-friendly golf course. The only non-friendly part of the golf course is our bunkers.
Yeah, and they're on purpose.
and that is part of Mr. LaFoy's design. He doesn't like a long golf course. He likes a short golf course with a premium on accuracy. So we have it. But in that process of reconstruction, you know, they redone the ponds, reshaped the ponds, added 30 bunkers. Of course, reshaped the greens. The greens went from about 3,200 square feet to right at 6,000 square feet per green. So, which this is something you have to have with bent grass because it's not as sturdy as what Bermuda is. So you got to have a larger playing surface so you have more pin placements and more traffic control. All these things, you know, golf courses are just thought of as where you play golf at. But golf course also has to have a maintenance and a maintenance pattern. So it's very important when you reconstruct something to be able to maintain it. And Mr. LaFoy done a good job with this.
You know, and there's so many details that I had no idea what kind of details, but I did notice in looking at the pictures and seeing how great the course is now, little things like there used to be power lines that ran across the course, or a ditch that ran right where you're supposed to play, and those things are gone now.
They are, and of course now the city was very good about. After we opened, we had a maintenance shed that was an eyesore and in the wrong place. Of course, we relocated that. We did cover some more ditches after we opened. The city has done extremely good in helping us to maintain and beautify this golf course.
Yeah, I think having the city come back in here and take over has been an excellent partner for everybody in Goldsboro and Wayne County who love to play golf. We have a beautiful course, but having the city as the owner of the course has another advantage for those who are members as far as the cost goes. Isn't that right, Tim?
It is. It's really it's one of the cheapest per se courses to be a member of there is in the county. We have just adopted a new membership plan that it won't be quite as cheap for a new member joining now, but the old members have got a great deal. We're going to be more in line with the other golf courses here in the county when someone wants to join. We've done away with the initiation fee, and you can just come in, sign up, join, and with no initiation fee now.
That just makes it really, really easy, and of course all the costs out here are extremely competitive, from the grill to the cart rentals to the greens fees. I mean, everything is just, I think, a definite bargain.
So we really have a non-competitive cost here. We run a high school and junior program that from time change to time change, so from March until November, 18-year-olds or high school kids right on down, they just pay a $3 green fee and play all day long. They pay $5 on the weekend. What the city has done is we're moving much more towards the junior or younger generation, because the generation that is here now is older. And of course, we got to have new golfers for the future.
Now, some of these younger golfers who may have never played, you guys actually provide lessons with Jody, and he is awesome.
He is very good. We have junior clinics. We try to promote junior play. We allow children under 12 or 12 and under that's accompanied by an adult to hit all the range balls they want to hit. If they run us out, we'll go pick them up. But we are moving towards service in all of Wayne County. and it doesn't make any difference. Well, it does make a difference to us. We'd love to have them join here in the future, but as future golfers for the county to keep golf alive in Wayne County.
One of the things that you mentioned earlier, and Tim, you jumped right in, is you guys do actually allow folks to have tournaments here as well.
Yes.
Some courses don't, but you guys do.
We have a very good tournament rate. We're restricted in some of it in what we can do. Of course, that's with being a public golf course. So our rates are like $22 for primetime days and $17 for non-prime time. So
that is excellent.
We can handle up to about 115 people, 110 people. We feed them, we can play them, and they have a good time.
That is really an excellent price, because that allows some of these nonprofits and everybody, that gives them the ability to actually raise some money and everybody have a good time out here at Goldsboro. I mean, it's just really, really something.
We have people like Piedmont Gas that step up, and they're on a cure for cancer, and they have a tremendous event. Sherwin here in South Co, he runs Boy Scout tournament here. We have tremendous amount of Little League baseball, church tournaments, all types of charity outings. But that's what we're here for.
Well, now, we've talked a lot about the membership and the construction and some history, and we're going to talk to some guys out here in a little bit after this about who've been coming out here for a long time and playing. But let's talk about how folks can get in contact with you guys to become a member, to play, or even arrange a tournament or something like that. Tim, is there a website that they can go to?
They can. We have a website. It's www.gmgcgolf.com. When they go to that website, if they'd like, they can email us through the website, or they can call us at 919-735-0411. We're pretty easy to look up. We're in the book. Like I said, the website's easy. They can go to the City of Goldsboro website, and there's a link there to get to us. But one of us, me, Rick, or Jody, is here pretty much one day or the other. So they'll get one of us three pretty much 90% of the time.
And fortunately for those who are calling, and these are actually some pretty famous names in golf around here, so they know what they're doing, and so you can have all the confidence in the world that when you call, that one of these guys can answer your question. Now, if you get someone else that, like who we're going to meet here in a minute, they may not give you a straight answer if they're just members, but these guys know what they're doing, and certainly you can get all your questions answered, and believe me, because the City of Goldsboro has made sure that this is a beautiful course, and it is a reasonable course for you to be a member of and to play here as well.
And Bobby, I want to talk a little bit about our driving range. We have probably I think the nicest driving range in the county. It's flat, it's level. We have target greens. We have markers on the tee box to tell you how far it is to the flags, and to me it's better driving range hitting level than it is down the hill or other things that we have. I think the driving range is good. It's nice and big. We have a practice facility at the end of it, a chipping green and a sand bunker.
Wow. So, I didn't know that part.
So we've got a nice practice facility on the driving range, and it's open to the public. We actually have a range plan intact right now that an individual can come out for $25 a month and hit all the range balls they want to for that whole month for $25. That's a bargain.
Yeah. Get that swing down right.
That's, 30 or 31 days. They can come hit every day if they want to for $25. That's
wow.
a deal.
That is a deal. That's a great deal. Great deal.
That's a deal.
And also in that we have a family package. Tim mentioned individuals. The family package is $35. So if you have a wife and 2 children that play, it's tremendous savings for the family. Which right now savings are important.
It certainly is. It certainly is. And you get outside. It's a beautiful course. You can walk or get a cart if you like. I mean, this is just really, I think, one of the premier courses in the area that that I think we should let people know. So we're actually going to not only have this program, but we're going to come back and talk with these guys and some of the other members several times as the year progresses on, and we want to see some people play.
I would love to see some people play. Of course, our last 3 winters have been terrible. Normally in the wintertime, Mother Nature is good to us, but for the last 3 years, it's been teaching us a lesson. We've not had much play during the winter, but we are open, we are ready, and we will be ready.
Yeah, even with the snow and the rain and the really cold weather, these guys have been open.
Yes, we've been open every day. We have some members that come out and utilize the clubhouse. Public is also welcome to come out and utilize the clubhouse. We play cards, we play games, and just something to do.
Oh, it is very enjoyable, and I get a very warm feeling coming out here, and not only from the history, but from the folks that work here and the folks that are members here. You're always going to find a friend and be welcome here, whether you're 4 years old, 40, or 90, or it really doesn't matter when you come out here.
Speaking of that, Bobby, you say you always find a friend here. We have a group of guys that play every day. And their time kind of moves as the weather moves. Right now they're playing at 10 o'clock. Anybody is welcome to play with them. They welcome anybody that wants to play. It's a lot of senior guys and a few younger guys, but a game is here. You want someone to play with, it's here.
Yeah, even though it's called a club, that doesn't mean that you can't come out here and be a member. It's not restricted that way, is it?
No, not restricted.
No.
It is open to the public.
Mm-hmm. And you know, if somebody don't have a game, we'll try to get them one.
And if I don't have a game and that I play really badly,
then we'll refer you to Mr. Dean and his lesson plan.
That's exactly what I need. That's exactly what I need. Well, Tim, give everybody that website address again and the phone numbers again.
It's www.gmgcgolf.com. And the number is 919-735-0411.
That is brilliant. Rick, thank you so much for having me. Tim, it's good to see you again.
Thank you.
We'll be back. Stay tuned. We'll have more programs like this here for you, so keep watching. Okay, as we sit here and we're talking about the Goldsboro Municipal Golf Course, and there's a lot of history here, so we've brought in some friends of ours. This is Mike, and you've been here just a little while and played a little golf here.
Yeah, and, just about 65, 70 years.
Oh my goodness. How old are you?
85.
You do not look 85. Must be all that great golf you're playing.
When I first started coming out here, I think I was 12 or 13 years old, and there was nothing but land out here. The city got this land from the Wheel family with the understanding that it always was a recreational area. If it wasn't, then the land reverted back to the Wheel family. And that's the WPA came in and built this golf course. You don't know what the WPA is.
Works projects. Sure
right,
I do, yeah.
Right. And that was funded in about 35, 36, and that's when they started building this golf course.
It is amazing. I think it's one of the most beautiful golf courses that I've been.
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
Well, tell us, you've seen it kind of grow and mature.
Yes, when we first started playing here, it was a bump and run course. A bump and run course is where you keep the ball low and just bump it into the greens. Now, it's a flight course. You have to go up in the air to get it toward the hole. It's a lot harder and a lot prettier than it used to be, and they've done a hell of a job on maintaining it. So this golf course is just as good as any golf course you'll play in anywhere. Well, one thing that makes this so reasonable is it doesn't cost a lot of money to play here or join here, and you have all the amenities you'll need any golf course in the world.
Now, I'm assuming that you've played a lot of other places too.
I have.
And but you seem to always come back to this course.
Well, it's home.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just like my home. That sofa out there is where I sleep more than I do at home.
Mike is always serious and to the point. There's no joking around here at all. I can imagine that playing golf with you would be a very somber thing.
No, it wouldn't. It's fun. If you can't have fun, don't play. If you're going to be serious, stay home and go see a psychiatrist or something.
Well, this is good therapy.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you have a whole group of guys that come out here almost every day.
It is fantastic. You can come out here at 9 o'clock in the morning and you'll run across anywhere from 12 to 25 old-timers like Ray who they'll let anybody play with them. That's what's so good about it. They choose up and they'll make teams and they'll try to keep them equally the same level, and they don't lose but $2 or $3, $4. So I mean, where can you beat that and have a good match?
No, you know, one of the things that I'm really impressed with is that this is one of the most beautiful courses that I've seen, and almost next to nothing to play out here.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing that the city has helped provide its citizens for their quality of life, and we'd like to invite folks out here. Now, the golf course has seen a lot of changes, and Mike, really that's why we have you here, because they used to have caddies and
yeah. We used to have caddies out here. When I first started coming out here, I worked out here some during my high school or when I was in grammar grade, and we planted 40,000 pine trees.
Wow.
I didn't plant them all. I mean, over the years, that's how many seedlings we got from the place out here at Goldsboro. So we have planted over 40,000 trees out here, and look at them today.
They are it's really magnificent, and there's a fountain out there. I mean, it's just very beautiful, and obviously it's very welcoming, or you wouldn't continue to come here every day, would you, Mike?
No, every day. Every day.
Well, how's your game?
I don't know. I hadn't played in about a month. I've had a little problem, and so I sort of laid back a little bit. And the weather has kept me back some. Well, I will start back.
I know you will.
Yeah,
I know you will. I've heard about your golf game.
Yeah, well, it used to be really good. In fact, I still hold, I think I do, Donald Tim, hold the course record out here, 59, but somebody else tied me, I think. But a funny story about that. My cousin had a store uptown called Music and Sports, and I was in there one day. I sold him, and I fell down and broke my elbow. And I went to Dr. Miller, and he put it in the cast, and I stayed like that for about 8 weeks. And after the cast came off, he said, "You can go back, but don't swing hard." The second day, I shot 59 by not swinging hard.
See, greatest advice that you've been given by a
Don't
doctor.
swing hard.
You kind of wish that you'd broken your elbow earlier, huh?
Yeah, my leg too, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I could have really done something good.
Well, that is awesome. I have heard a lot of great things about you, Mike, out here on the course and everything.
Not for golf.
Okay, not for golf, but a lot of great things, and we certainly wanted to keep you involved here and get you on this program.
Well, I will be involved in this golf course till I die. In fact, when I die, I will still be involved in it, because I've already got permission from the city that Tim's going to sprinkle my ashes on number 9 where I had my greatest shot, a double eagle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? If I got a double eagle on anything, I think I'd want to be buried there too.
Yeah.
So, that is awesome, Mike.
Yeah.
Really awesome. So, you know what? Do you have any other friends that maybe we could talk to as well?
Yeah, I have Ray right here. He's a newcomer. He hadn't been coming here long, but he found out it's so friendly, he comes back every day.
Well, let's get let's get Ray up here, and we'll talk to him a little bit. All right, now we got Ray with us, and you can tell that Ray's a little taller, and I think the stories will be a little taller too. We had a great time with Mike, and he says that you've been coming here just a little while. How long have you been coming out to the golf course?
4 years.
4 years. Now, what do you think about this course?
I love the course. I mean, I played it before they changed it, you know, and they had ditches running through the par 5s and stuff, and you put the ball in the water.
Yeah, that's how I play.
Yeah.
So, you know, I got to bring. How I keep score is I buy a pack of balls and I count them, and then at the end of the round I count them and see how many are left. That's my score, because you know I'm going to lose them.
Well, I usually come up when I first came. I asked them what the course record was, and I needed to know where the first tee was, and I wanted 2 dozen X'd out top flights.
Yeah. Well, so you've been coming here 4 years, but tell me what attracted you to this course.
Well, I was in a course down at the eastern part of the thing, and I didn't like the way everything was going. And I knew Rick Atkins, the pro. I've known him for years when he was at Southern Wayne, Lane Tree, and I just get along good with him. We're just good buddies.
I tell you, you should come up here and you should see some of these guys as they sit around and they talk to one another. I mean, it is just really warm to come in here and see everybody here. And of course, you guys do like to play some golf too.
Well, right now it's been tough to try to play some.
But it'll get better.
Yeah, really. I enjoy it,
And there's a lot of history out here on this course too.
I thought they made the course in '51. I don't know. I heard Mike talking, so I don't know when it was made.
Back in the mid '30s, mid to late '30s. Yeah. Beautiful course. Now tell us now, do you have family that comes out here and play with you?
Well, my granddaughter, she's took up golf. She's 13 years old and she loves to play. She's not that good at it yet. She's took lessons from Rick and Jody Dean and from Carl Beeman in Kinston, and she could be good at it if she tried, I believe.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, that she can take some lessons here at 13. So obviously Goldsboro's got everything for every age group for them to play out here. And then, she gets to play with her grandfather too.
Well, you got Jody Dean, he's a professional teacher anyway, and then you got the pros, Rick and Tim Rose, and both of them are good players.
And kind of famous. There's some famous names in there.
Yeah.
I mean, Rick and Tim and
Tim
Jody.
Rose, which is Clarence Rose's brother that plays in the PGA Tour.
That's right. Well, we recognize those names. And that's one of the other things that's very attractive about this course. Mm-hmm. And you got some people who know what they're doing.
Right. And we have a club tournaments, or championships, and you play in that, and play it different ways, to see how it works out the best,
Well, what do you think about the cost here? Because the city has made this not only a beautiful course, but I think they've made it probably the most economically attractive course as well.
Well, I agree with that, and they also give the seniors a discount, on this course here. Nowhere else have I ever seen it done,
That is something.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Well, thank you for your time, and we're gonna talk to you again some other time too.
I enjoyed it.
All right, Rick. Well, I'm risking my own life here and my own reputation. I've got Tom Tipton up here, and Tom and I go back further than I care to share with you. But it's really good to see you out here on the golf course. And Tom threatened that he would only do this interview if he could ask the questions. So go ahead.
How you doing, Bobby?
I'm doing well.
That's good. Good to hear. It's good to see you, as always.
It's great.
Yes, sir. I'm finished now.
No. But thank you, Tom. And all joking aside, one of the great things about Tom is that he is actually a decent golfer.
Well, that's been rumored.
It is a rumor.
It's a rumor.
Well, tell us, what do you like about this course?
This course, I like the camaraderie of the people. The city has put together a great team. We got the best kept secret in North Carolina, as far as I'm concerned. Got the grill, and it ranks up there with the highest and the most reasonable eating. I can't believe people don't come out and use that more. But as far as our golf course, it's awesome. It's fun to play. We got challenging bunkers. We've got nice large greens. We've got undulation on the greens. We got all it takes to have a good game.
How do you know it's fun?
You hear Mike's off in the background over there. He's prompting us a little bit, but you can see how we have a lot of fun, not only inside the clubhouse, but you guys have fun out there on the course too.
Yes, we do. Anybody wants to play can come out every morning. There's a game, and you can make good friends and lifetime friends.
Yeah, I got to tell you, this is one of the warmest golf courses that I have been to. The friendship here, and I've heard about children to people Mike's age to all in between too.
Absolutely, children. We got the best course for children to start out playing. We got our teaching pro Jody Dean, one of the better ones in North Carolina. Mm-hmm. He's been in. He's just got a great game. He has a great relationship with anybody wanting to learn, even the experienced players. He can fix their game. He's helped me many a day.
And you needed some.
I did. I needed a lot of help.
Well, outstanding, and I want you guys to know that Goldsboro has been invested in this golf course since the late 30s, and they've gone through a couple of different changes as far as construction of the course, and you've been around for the last construction. Tell us about the differences. Did you play it before?
Yes, I did. I was a member of the old course and a member of the new course. What the biggest difference is a little length added and the greens. We used to have helmet head greens, hard to play. Now we've got longer greens with a little more undulation. So it's really the give and take. It's a better course. All around it's a better course. I think the money is well invested, and it's a great course to have fun.
Well, that's the city's investment. Let's talk about your investment, because it's probably one of the most reasonable courses to play, isn't it?
It sure is. I tell you, you can't have as much fun and enjoyment and make so many friends playing golf. That you make a lot of friends playing golf, and the investment is cheap. It's cheap considering what you can get accomplished on the golf course. Have fun, meet lifetime friends and lifetime enemies. If you always win, I've made a few enemies.
Yeah, Tom's a winner.
Sometimes.
Well, look, thank you so much, and we're going to have you back on, I'm sure, in future shows. But thank you for being here, and it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a little while.
It's good to see you, Bobby. Take care. Thank you.
Will do.